America runs on Working Crass podcast. This is Lauren.
All fired up.
All fired up. Is that what you just said?
No, I said all fired up.
Oh, I'm sorry. All farted up. That's what you said?
No.
You said you're going to fart it up?
No.
Well, I'm Joshua. This is my farty wife, Lauren, and we host a podcast where we fart it up. Didn't you shit in a bucket once? This is what I want to talk about to start this episode.
That was a malicious rumor that was going around my neighborhood when I was a kid, and
Every
it was
time
false, and my mom had my back, thankfully, but it was 100% false. I never pooped in that bucket.
All right, every time I'm around Lauren's family, I hear about this story where the neighbors came over, and I guess Lauren had shit in a bucket at her neighbor's house. This is the official story, right? That you shit in that bucket,
this
right?
This is a nasty rumor that these people spread about me. They tried to tarnish my good name.
All right, what really happened then?
What really happened was this girl who lived across the street from me, we were hanging out in her backyard.
Yeah.
And she goes, you know, it'd be a really fun prank if we poop in this bucket and we blame it on my brother.
Yeah.
And I go, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I left shortly after, but she still went through with it. And then I think she got scared because her mom found it. She goes, and then blamed it on me
instead of her brother.
Well,
the brother got out of it.
And then for some inexplicable reason, that person's dad brought the bucket with said evidence over to my folks' place.
Did your daughter make this poo-poo?
She shit in this bucket.
Oh my God.
You got a daughter who's going around the neighborhood shitting in people's buckets. This is our family's only good bucket, and she ruined it. You know how expensive a bucket is these days?
This was her great-grandmother's bucket.
My grandma.
This was an heirloom.
My great-grandmother's ashes were in that bucket.
Now, I have a similar story, although I wasn't accused of doing anything. But I had a friend that I would hang out with, and it was actually interesting. I met this friend, and then he came over to a birthday party or whatever. His mom dropped him off, and my mom sees his mom, and she goes, "Oh my gosh!" And they knew each other, and they hit it up. They were like, "Oh, you know, we went to high school together, and blah blah blah." So they kind of became friendly with each other. So I was like, me and my friend were like, "Hell yeah! Now we can hang out all the time. Our moms are friends, right?" Very quickly, that became my mom's like, I don't like her because they were not a very stable. I guess you could say like stable fan. Like this kid would like bring lighters to school and then get suspended for a little while for trying to light things on fire. You know,
pyromaniac.
Yeah, and this mom like just did not have control over her kids. They'd be like climbing all over trees and stuff, and she'd be hitting them and like
pissing on things.
Yeah. Oh well. That's leads us right into our story here. So I go to a sleepover. It's not a sleepover. I'm sorry. I just go to spend the night at my friend's house. It's not a sleepover. It's just me and my friend. He has many siblings. He has a bunch of sisters. His whole thing used to be to like chase down. He's like, let's go try to chase down my sisters and fart on them. And he would like go chase the sisters down and then like hold them down and fart on them. I thought it was funny, but I don't want to fart on a girl. Like it just made me uncomfortable, you know?
You don't want to fart on an unwilling participant.
Well, you're right, but especially not a poor defenseless girl, you know? I'm stronger than these girls. I'm not going to hold one down.
Well, if it's a girl who's into it and you know,
even
she consents
then, even
to
then, no, even then I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just don't have the sphincter control to be able to hold the fart, then get it out at the right time. I couldn't do that. No. It's like
Joshua,
it's like pooping in a public restroom. It's like no, it's not coming out. It's just not coming out.
Joshua,
I'm sorry.
I want you to fart on me. What if she was saying that to you? Like, I want you to do it. Do it. Please do it. It will cure my cancer.
I would try and I would poop on accident. I go, oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Look, okay. So we are being chased by his sisters, right? They would try to hold us down and fart on us too. So
this was a whole thing. This family had some weird.
They were crazy. So we are being chased around that around the house by his sisters. We go hide in one of the rooms. We barricade ourselves, barricade the door. We put a mattress up against the door so they can't get in or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to pee. I go, I kind of have to pee. My friend goes, yeah, me too. I'm going to go pee over here in this corner.
Wait, of the bedroom?
Of the bedroom. Of a room. Just
Of
in
a room.
Of I think it was one. I think it was their like playroom. They had like their own bedrooms, and then they had like a playroom or whatever with their toys and that shit. They had kind of a nice house. Anyway, so this kid goes, "I'm just gonna pee in the corner." I go, "What?" I go, "Does the corner have a toilet?" He goes, "I'm just gonna pee in the corner." I go, "Won't your mom be mad that there's piss on the floor?" If any of my family's listen, this was Tanner. If
It's a nasty ass Tanner.
Won't your mom be mad that there's piss on the floor?
Yeah.
I try to like put this into like reality for myself, because it's like, if I did this at my home, if I pissed on the floor in my home, I would be kicked out of my home. My mom would disown me. He goes, "I'll blame it on my sister. I do it all the time." He pees on the floor all the time. And
okay,
he goes into the corner and he pees on the floor.
Question: when you went over to this house, did it smell like piss inside? Because it had to.
Nope.
So he was just pissing his corners, and his mom just was cleaning it up all the time.
You want to know what he said?
Yeah, I do.
My mom will clean it.
Wow. Wow.
I'll blame it on my sister. My mom will just clean it.
That kid is a sociopath. He's probably the CEO of a company now.
That mom is crazy, too, because she just goes in and cleans the pee, and there's no repercussions. She just cleans it.
Yeah. No.
I would make the kids clean it.
I'm saying that kid's probably a billionaire now. Like, he's a sociopath, for sure.
Probably. Oh, you're probably right. I think he's in jail. But
one of the two.
The weird thing was it turned me on. No, I'm just joking. And that was the story of my first boner. It was weird.
That's wild.
It was very weird. Yeah,
That's
it's very
wild.
uncomfortable. But, we hung out for a while after that, too. So,
Yeah.
we were friends for a bit. And then we stopped hanging out. Mostly because my mom was like, "They're trash."
Well, your mom's not wrong on that one.
They ain't any good. They're trash.
I'll say that's a spot-on judgment from your mom.
We don't hang out with the likes of them. They's trash.
Well, what's to stop him from pissing in your house,
I know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like, I didn't want him. Okay, well, that brings us to another story. It brings us to the story of I want to say his real name, because his real name, and I can't, because I don't want somebody to go look up this person, although no one listens to our podcast, but I think it's against the rules to say somebody's real name. So,
yeah.
Well,
their full name.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm trying to think of a way to say it without saying it. This kid's name was basically Dickory Pudlow, okay? That's as stupid as a name can be, and that is very close to his actual name. Dickory Pudlow was his name. He would come over. He lived down the street. It's not actually his name. It's a pseudonym, but it's close. He lived down the street, a couple houses down, and he would hang out with my brother.
Uh-huh.
I think they were kind of friends. I could be wrong.
They farted on each other.
They would fart on each other. Anyway, comes over and he and I just something about this kid I didn't like. Those kids that just like
they have a face.
They have a face. It's the Beans face. It's the Beans from Even Stevens face.
Yeah.
It's like everyone knows the kid who is Beans. That's why that was such an iconic character. Have we said on the podcast that we've met Beans? We're friends with Beans from Even Stevens.
We haven't said it on the podcast, but one day we'll discuss it.
We should have him on the podcast. He would do it if he was in town. He lives in LA now, but I promise you, he would. We should probably figure this out and get him on.
We will have to discuss this.
Yeah, I know.
in private.
But we do know Beans from Even Stevens.
That's true.
That being said, so this kid comes over. He has one of those faces. I already don't like him. Hanging out in our backyard. Takes out his wiener. Pees in our backyard. Like a dog. Like an animal.
Yeah. Well, I would argue the kid peeing in the corner of the room, that's also animal-like.
That's
marking
totally.
Your territory.
It's better to pee outside. I'll say that. Like, I'd prefer the kid pee in the backyard than pee in a room.
Yeah,
the carpet.
If it was between the two, yeah.
But, I'd kind of prefer they all pee in the toilet. I kind of prefer they all use the restroom in the restroom.
Look, beggars can't be choosers.
I guess not. Anyway, kid pees in our backyard. I already don't like him.
So you said.
So I'm pretty sure I told him to go home and that nobody likes him and he needs to leave and he's ugly and I hate him.
Wow.
I screamed at him and that kid never came over again.
Wow.
I just have this vague memory of going, you peed in our backyard. You're weird. Get out. Go home. No one wants you here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I don't love you anymore. Go.
It's like in those movies where they have to get rid of the dog.
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. I don't love you anymore.
Stop looking at me.
Just go. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Well, now that we're telling some stories of our past, and I do have some video footage of our wedding. So this is another great story from our past. I have this video footage from Lauren and I's wedding. Now, for those of you who have been listening for a while, you know that Lauren and I are married. We're husband and wife. We got married during the run of this podcast so far. So I think it's like 15 episodes in. We're we're married.
So you could say that podcasting gets you married.
Podcasting gets you married. That is what it does. Now, I have this video of our wedding. It's not really normal for people to share videos of their wedding on their podcast, but I just thought it would be good. I liked what I liked about this. I loved Lauren's vows, and I think more women could. I think more women should kind of listen to these vows and consider applying them to their relationships and their marriage. So let's give this a chance. Let's see if it works. We've been having some internet issues. The caption of this is "Where are the women like these, like my beautiful wife at our wedding?" So I think the camera makes our skin color look a little different, but that's us.
I honestly see no difference.
All right, here we go.
I will forever submit to you.
I will forever submit to you. Now, this was something amazing that Lauren had told me. So, and okay, well, let's be serious.
I remember this like it was yesterday. I got down on my knees. I said I would submit to you.
It's just the beautiful thing about marriage.
I don't want to say what I say next. I want the people just to experience it for themselves.
Ever submit to you. I'll forever submit to you, Miles. I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home and no other. There is no other, there is no one, no plans of hell will ever prosper in our marriage and will ever hold me not to be a wife that is a Proverbs 31 woman.
A Proverbs 31 and the lady in the back, amen.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the things that she said about I'll respect you and I'll honor you. I think those are important things in a marriage.
But you don't think it's a little strange to get down on your knees and go, I will submit to you at your wedding?
Well, it is strange to get down on your knees to do vows.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a little strange. It's a little jarring. But
I think it's strange.
It's just one of these, traditional kind of manosphere-ish kind of relationships. And I think they're both into that thing. And
I guess that to each their own. I'm not judging them on.
And some people's relationships do work better when
the woman just serves the man as like a servant.
Well, I wasn't going to say that necessarily.
Like a master servant. Like, instead of you may kiss the bride, it's like you may kiss the servant. Hey, master, you may kiss the servant.
You may kiss the ring.
or the master just says, "Hey, you may kiss me now. You are permitted to kiss me."
I wasn't going to say that necessarily, but when there's clearly defined roles and they look to one person as sort of the leader.
Now, the caption is, "Where are the women like these?" Is this like what most guys want? They want like I'm sorry. And everyone's different, okay? I understand that everyone has different relationships. Everyone has different needs. Everyone has different interests in what their relationships are going to be, different goals in their relationships. That's great. And it's great. I celebrate this couple. I love this couple. I want to sleep with this couple. I want to sleep with both of them. But
Well, she'll have to defer to him for an answer on that.
that is true. I think that in my personal relationships, I like to see my partner as an equal, as opposed to you down on your knees and me standing up above you, and you will serve me. I serve you just as much as you serve me. As a matter of fact, I start every day going, you got served. I serve you on the court every day.
Well, I was thinking when she got down, she was like, I'll submit to you, that she whispered under her breath, these legal documents that are binding contracts.
I've always appreciated relationships where the two people are on an equal level. It's a give take. It's a symbiotic relationship. It is not a parasitic relationship.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And
some
it's
people
okay. It's okay if that's not everybody's cup of tea. It's just a difference that I'm observing.
But from our perspective is that this may seem one-sided, and from their perspective, they see it as a mutual symbiotic relationship.
Sure. For
them, that's their perception of it.
But the caption being "Where are the women like these?" kind of implies like, hey, where are these like subservient women? Where are these women that are just going to shut their trap and say that I serve and submit to you? Is that kind of what the gist is here? When they say, where are the women like these?
Maybe.
Isn't that kind of what's happening here? And then there's going to be some, in the background, some other guys, some other men. Just kind of look at them.
That woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do.
Look at this. Look at the pastor's face here. He's like, God damn, I want a wife like this. Is he not? Is he not looking at her like a piece of meat?
I think he's kind of looking at her like, okay, wrap this up.
He's looking at her like she's a delicious ribeye steak. I'm telling you, he's looking at her like he's hungry. I'm telling you. I don't know.
Do this work of God.
I don't know. Hey, I'm not trying to judge anybody here. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying that everybody's different. I'm a little different than these people. I mean, this was a video of us, obviously, but we're a little different than them, and that's okay. And it's okay. That's what the podcast is about, is talking about people who think and believe differently than we do and then mocking them for it. No, I don't know. There was something about it that was just like the caption of, where are all the women like this? And then the first thing is a woman gets down on her knees and goes, I will submit to you. There is this weird kind of fucking thing where these where guys want this like this woman who lives for the man. And I think that might be, for the most part, gone in society. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just don't think there's much of a purpose for it. Like, a long time ago it used to be that the woman lived for the man because the woman needs the man for protection, for food, for shelter, for all kinds of things. Now women can get food, shelter, protection in any way that, in a majority of different ways, right? They don't have to rely on a man. So, therefore, this becomes a lot less common. You see that a lot less often. So I think that the days of I want to find a woman who completely worships me, can I say it's a little selfish? Is it a little selfish?
It might be if that other person isn't into that, but it seems like she's pretty into it.
Right.
So it's not really that selfish if she's into it. If that's her thing too, then it is what it is. It makes them happy. And
I just feel like we're looking at people in a cult and we're like, well, why judge them? They're in a cult. Why they drank the Kool-Aid? They wanted to drink the Kool-Aid.
Well, how do we know that we're not in a cult?
Because we don't have
how
any
do you know
friends.
That we didn't drink the Kool-Aid of modern society that tells us the alternative to that.
Because what cult are we? We have no friends. We hang out with no people. It's just you and I. What are we in the cult of each other?
The cult of personality.
Oh, right.
I will say this. I do think it was the vows were a little bit over the top. They were a little bit, a little too saccharine, a little too. It was a little cringe.
Yeah.
It was just a little much.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
very
a little
dramatic. Very dramatic.
Just down on your knees as you stand up. And
It's very soap opera.
I will submit to you. Yeah. Very
soap opera like.
I agree.
What if that is a scene from a soap opera?
I don't know. It's probably
Could
not.
be.
It's probably not. It's probably all real. It was on World Star Hip Hop, so you know it's real.
Look, it's I'm not gonna yuck somebody else's yum.
I'll yuck a yum. I don't mind yucking a yum. Trust me. I've yucked the hell out of a yum. All right. So, last couple of weeks ago, I guess, we reacted to a crazy video on the internet where on the internet. I sound like an old man. Our podcast is like everything's on the internet. Well, I saw a video on the internet. Yeah, no shit. Everything's on the internet.
I saw a video on the computer.
Anyway, we watched this video of this guy singing this song and shaking his wiener around. It was the craziest video I've ever seen on the internet. And then we watched it on our Patreon as well. And I like watching crazy videos. I kind of like watching videos that go a little like off the hinges and a little crazy. I like watching, as you describe, the dregs of society. Now, this might not be the dregs of society. I don't know. See, some videos we watch, you're totally willing to say, this is the dregs of society, and I judge them and I condemn them. And then some videos, I try so hard to get you to condemn what they're saying. And you go, well, you never know. Maybe women just want to be a little subservient to their men. Just shut up and judge them, please. What, Lauren? We're doing a podcast. Why won't Lauren, if you really loved me, you would do targeted harassment with me. If you really fucking loved me, then you would actually do targeted harassment with me on the internet. But you don't. And it leaves me looking like an asshole on the podcast when I'm doing targeted harassment on my own. I need a partner to do the targeted harassment with. Do you understand now? So in this next video, I want you to highly judge the people that you see. I want you to say mean things about them.
This is also a video of our vows.
No. Yes. No. Okay. So this is an example of a video where it's one thing, and then I want to bring attention to something that happens in the video that makes me go, what the fuck? Right? Just like the other one we watched. Okay. All right. Here we go. This is called Couple Gets Caught Banging in the McDonald's Bathroom. Okay. Basically our wedding. But let's check it out.
Hey, she's finna call. Get the fuck out of my bathroom with that shit, bitch! Now.
Okay. So this lady who works at McDonald's.
I'm just as furious as the employee.
Why?
This is disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Having sex in a McDonald's bathroom.
What could be hotter? See, now I'm playing you. This is what you do. This is what you do. You're doing a good job so far. Okay, you're condemning them for having sex in that. You're doing a good job. This is what it's like to perform with you. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. What's wrong with that? Some people just like to have sex in the McDonald's bathroom.
That is true, and those people are disgusting.
So McDonald's employee getting pissed off. Hey, get the hell out of my bathroom. All right, so now she's going to kick them out of this bathroom stall here. Let's watch them exit the bathroom stall.
You want to get some fucking dick? You get some fucking dick somewhere.
Now it didn't show. It just showed the woman. Okay, you're doing good so far. Good job, Lauren. Now. It didn't show the guy too much. It only showed his head and his shoulder. Do you notice anything strange about him?
I
didn't see the guy at all.
No, I
That's
didn't
okay.
really look.
That's okay. It hardly showed any of him. Let's see if maybe we could see the guy this time around. So now they're looking out the front door. She's kind of yelling out there, and don't come back.
Was it the Hamburglar?
No, but I mean, it could be. Let's watch.
Shit, her.
You need to ask for a motherfucking job, bitch, while you're here selling pussy, hoe. I hope he dropped the bag.
Did you see what I saw?
No.
What are you not? Are you not watching the video? That I'm
watching the video, but I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Bag on that pussy, bitch. I hope you
Do you not see who she's with?
No, I don't.
You don't see who this girl is with.
bitch.
Do you not see a person in a mascot costume that's dressed like Grover?
The Muppet.
You still here?
Is that literally Grover?
Lauren,
A Grover costume?
watch. Here she is leaving the restroom, okay? You're going to see the corner. You can see this kind of blue, kind of purplish kind of person here, okay? Look.
Donald.
Oh, damn it. Come on. Watch them leave the
You
restroom.
wanna get some fucking dick? You get some fucking
Okay,
dick
she
somewhere.
walks out.
You don't see a person in a costume
I
back here.
see.
You saw the edge of it. Now watch
Yeah.
as she...
Her.
You need to ask for a motherfucking job, bitch, while you out here selling pussy, hoe.
This is a person in a Grover costume.
It's Grover or Cookie Monster.
Or Cookie, I'm sorry, definitely Cookie Monster, not Grover. This is Cookie Monster, 100%. This woman was having sex with Cookie Monster in the McDonald's restroom.
I kind of think maybe they weren't actually having sex and that this was all like a publicity stunt. Like they want to make like a TikTok video that goes viral. And they were just making noises that sounded like sex.
Damn, so I should have saved this for our game that we were going to play. I have this idea for this game that we want to do on the podcast. Now, we've been talking a little bit about doing live shows, too, here in Chicago. And it's probably going to happen next year. So for those of you who are listening and are interested in that kind of thing, we might start doing some live shows next year. But I'm trying to think of like games that we can play here on the podcast. One of the games that I wanted to start playing, and this was one of the ones I was going to do it with. I decided not to, but now I think I should have because you just brought it here, is watching a video that's made like this to look like it's candid, but determining whether we think it's real or faked. Like they've acted it out. They've made this as a publicity
Really
thing.
real or really fake?
Really real or really fake. And so your vote on this would be fake.
I'm voting fake.
You think this is fake?
I think it's fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the mascot, the Cookie Monster outfit was intended to be like a
Little Easter egg kind of thing that when people notice it, then they. But what's the purpose? What is somebody? Oh, is this going to get McDonald's some more customer? Like what? What is?
I
this?
don't think it's for I think it's for the couple, the girl that's like viral shocking video.
I guess yeah.
Just
Girl
something
has sex with Cookie Monster.
Yeah, this one's supposed to be crazy.
Yeah, it's strange that it doesn't there's no mention of it at all, and it doesn't really focus in on it much. But it's clearly a person in a mascot costume.
Well, it's either it's fake or that was a prostitute that happened to get a proposition from one of the people who works on Times Square taking pictures with children.
This is not New York. I mean, you can already see all these trees out here outside of this McDonald's. This is not New York City.
Well, maybe they drove away from the city.
Yeah, they drove to upstate New York to fucking a McDonald's.
Yeah.
At least it's the nice McDonald's.
C is for coochie.
That's good enough for me. That would have been a great joke if you didn't stop.
I know if I didn't stutter the word coochie.
C is for coochie. That would have landed so
Damn,
hard.
I fumbled it. I fumbled and jumbled it.
Sometimes, hey, I can make a clip because I've made several clips where you have a great line and I just cut out all of your stuttering. Where it just goes, C is for cookie. It just cuts coochie, whatever. Yeah, this could be fake. It could be fake, but I will say before I met you, I dressed up like Cookie Monster all the time and I got laid like crazy. You don't I think you underestimate
the power of the Sesame Street characters.
the power of the cookie.
That was more Yoda than Cookie Monster.
You know what? You don't fucking know anything. You don't know Cookie Monster. You don't know Yoda. What do you fucking know?
I know a lot of things.
You don't know Cookie. Anyway. Hey there, Crass Wipes. I just want to take a quick moment to tell you about the best way to support Lauren and I and all of Working Crass Podcast, and that is patreon.com/workingcrasspod. We are making some super funny bonus episodes every single week, putting them out there on Patreon. If you want to check them out, go ahead there, patreon.com/workingcrasspod. We would really appreciate the support. It would really, really help us out because we're broke. We don't have any money. If you're not convinced yet, here's a quick clip of one of our latest episodes. What would be the most inappropriate time to nut check a guy? Like, what would be the most? You can't nut check your boss. That's inappropriate.
Like
but
a conductor in an orchestra.
So if you like what you see, go head over to patreon.com/workingcrasspod. We got a lot more of it over there. All right, back to the episode. Well, cool. Let's move on here. So we are back to Am I the Assholes? Okay, it's been a little while since we've done one, and here's a great one that Lauren sent me here.
Yeah.
Oh, this is from today. Shit, you saved this today?
Yeah.
This was posted today.
Yeah, I saw this. I just saw the title and I was like, this is probably something we should look into.
Am I the asshole if I kick out daughter and nephew for bad hygiene? My 22-year-old daughter and 33-year-old nephew are currently staying in my home.
And they're both pissing in the corners of the room.
And blaming it on each other.
They're holding each other down and farting on each other.
They both have poor hygiene habits, and my entire house stinks to the point I can't even have company because it's too embarrassing.
Oh, that's bad.
And it's especially bad because my nephew sleeps in my living room.
Ugh.
My daughter still wets her bed and refuses to see a doctor, so my home constantly smells strongly like urine in addition to her not showering. Oh my God.
I think you need to get this lady some psychological help.
A 22-year-old woman who is covered in piss and doesn't shower? Boner alert. That's crazy. That's a lot. I have had conversations with them both repeatedly and even threatened that they would have to leave. The reason I haven't followed through is because neither one has anywhere to go and therefore they'd be homeless. Am I the asshole if I do kick them both out? I just don't feel like it's fair to my husband and I to deal with such a disgusting smell and be miserable in our own home that is otherwise clean. Please keep in mind that this has been going on with my daughter for years and my nephew for over a year, so it's not like we haven't been patient. My daughter is physically and mentally competent to go see a doctor. She just refuses to. I'm beyond being sympathetic at this point. Help!
I'm just going to say, I think your daughter refusing to go to the doctor, that's a sign of maybe they're not mentally all there. There's something going on.
Yeah.
And they're still wetting the bed at 22, and they're refusing to, like, there's something going on mentally.
But is she...
It's either that or this person is on so many drugs.
Is she wetting the bed, or is she squirting the bed?
Isn't it the same?
Yeah, probably. But one is hotter. Maybe I should find this woman and get married to her.
You think she'll submit to you?
She'll get down on her knees and piss on the floor. I submit to you. And I go, take a bath. You stink. And then, okay, so then the woman who writes this wrote in all capitals here. My daughter's bedwetting began around 16. I've taken her to multiple doctors, specialists, and therapists who found no medical issues. Once she turned 18, she refused any further intervention by me as far as making appointments for her. So my hands have been tied since then.
I just feel like the refusal suggests that this is psychological, that there's something unwell.
She says my daughter is physically and mentally competent.
I don't buy it.
She just loves a pee-pee.
She just loves a pee-pee.
She just loves a pee-pee.
But she also has no job. I don't know. I feel like there's probably maybe a serious drug addiction that's involved, and that's not being discussed.
Yeah.
I get the sense that might be the case.
This is rough. They say, not the asshole. Just go by your state's tenant/housing laws when you do evict them. That's a little rude. You can't evict your family, can you? If they're pissing in your house and they just stink up the house, maybe you have to.
I mean, if you get to a certain point where they're just,
I would do this.
Refusing to seek help.
This is my advice. This is my advice for this woman. You can tell them, you can live here, but once a day, I'm hosing you down. And in the morning, 8 a.m. hits, you go in their room, and you have a bell, and you go ding, 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 and you go, it's hosing time. And you get them out in the backyard, you hose them down. It's just part of living with your family. Sometimes you got to hose them down. Sometimes you got to hose down the stinky ones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Peeing your bed constantly and then never cleaning it and never showering. It's crazy. It's very, very crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's something off in this story. This story stinks as bad as the piss.
I'm still turned on. I still think, I don't know, there's just something about a 22-year-old woman who's just laying in her own piss and keeps peeing and just like rolling around in the wet and the stinky, and I just kind of want to like get in there and be like, damn, girl, that stank. I like it. I don't know. There's just something nasty inside of me, some nasty part of my brain. Only a little part. I can override it.
Was that you in the Cookie Monster outfit?
Just something about a McDonald's bathroom that gets me going. I go, let's get it on. C is for coochie.
What letter does coochie start with?
C is for I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's late. My brain is short-circuiting.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Is she the asshole? Is she kicks out the daughter and nephew at this point? She's warned them several times.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so
I
either.
don't think so.
Clearly
think so
not
at
the
all.
asshole. Clearly not the asshole. Frustrated Mom 1983. That's a good username there.
Yeah.
She had multiple. Does she have more posts? Is she a frustrated mom for other things? Oh, nope, just that post. Okay. I was just curious. You know, maybe she's like frustrated mom and then, you know, my daughter pisses in the bed, but wait till you hear what my son does. He shits in the bed.
It's the nephew. It's not the son.
I know.
It's the nephew.
I know, but the nephew's just stinky. I was saying, okay, never mind. I wasn't trying to talk about the nephew.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
I
were
was just
trying to
making
talk
a
about-
joke.
I thought you were
I was
trying
just
to
making
talk
a
about the
joke.
nephew.
Saying my daughter pissed in the bed, but my son shits in the. It's just a stupid.
I just believe our podcast should have no jokes. We
All
should
right,
be
yeah,
serious.
Yeah, I know. Actually, that doesn't make sense quite because she actually has it's her nephew that lives with her. Yes, I know. Well, Lauren, I think we've reached the end of this episode here. It's a slightly shorter episode, but folks, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. Okay, we've been recording for a little while here, trying to get the best out of us tonight, and we're doing the best we can. And this is what it was. It's just what it is, folks. And but you know, we appreciate you listening, and we love you very much. Now let's talk to the folks about what we learned today. Lauren, what did you learn?
I learned that I think we should have started off this podcast by getting down on our knees and submitting to the Crass wipes.
I will submit to you, Crass wipes. I will love you.
I will honor you.
And we will worship the Lord, and that is the only thing that will happen in our home. That was a weird line.
That
was a very weird line that she said. And that is the only thing that will happen in our home. What, they're not going to have sex? They're not going to do anything?
Yeah.
We're going to worship the Lord, and that is the only thing that will happen in our home. He goes to make a sandwich. She goes, what are you doing? That's not one of the things that will happen in our home. Is eating a sandwich worshiping the Lord? I think not.
And Jesus ate.
We will live worshiping the Lord, and we will die worshiping the Lord. Specifically, we will die in 3 more days because we are hungry. And we've done nothing but worship the Lord.
Well, that's what we're going to do on this podcast from now on. Worship the Lord.
Worship the Lord. Hallelujah. It's Working Crass Podcast. My name is Joshua.
Hallelujah.
And this is Lauren.
Hallelujah.
Praise Jesus.
Crass wipes, we will respect you. We will be, what did you say, Proverbs 31?
I will be a Proverbs 31 woman.
We'll be a Proverbs 31 podcast for you. We will cherish you. And we mean that.
Well,
What'd you learn?
today I learned nothing.
Not a goddamn thing.
What did I learn? Not a motherfucking thing. It's been a long night. We recorded 2 episodes.
Mhm.
This was the second one.
Mhm.
Was it better than the first one? I don't know.
Who's to say?
And the first one we recorded, we deemed the worst episode of all time. And this was the second one we recorded. Is it better than that one? I hope so, because if not, that makes this one the worst episode of all time. Well, folks, thanks for listening. We do appreciate it. We love you very much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Like the podcast. Comment, share.
Comment down below what you would do in a McDonald's bathroom.
Comment down below why you're still listening to this podcast, because I'm curious as to why the fuck anybody's listening.
Comment down below what Sesame Street character is the sexiest.
Yeah. Comment down below who you would submit to.
Yeah, either comment which Muppet or which Sesame Street character is worthy of your submission.
Comment down below how many times you've peed in a non-bathroom situation, in a bed, in the corner of a room, anything like that.
Let us know who you like to hold down and fart on.
And Tanner's there, and he's like, my sisters.
You know he's a crass wipe.
Thanks for listening from jail, Tanner.
Or from the executive position in a company somewhere.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We love you, and goodbye.
Bye.